Good morning, y'all. Graham, can we mirror my webcam, please? To myself. Morning, Chris. Morning, Mohammed. Andy, Auntie. Morning, everybody. Much better. Thank you. Morning, Ed. How's everyone? Everyone doing swell? Just getting to the charts myself. How's the car? Car's okay. Gonna get it fixed on Thursday. Don't need to get a new rim. All good. Bad PA. Well, let's get into it. Oops. So yesterday, yeah, wheel repairable. Yeah. Yesterday we had an extremely I didn't have it on my bingo card that we were going to bounce off a weekly open like that. I wanted to see us maybe go form some new lows. However, my trade was I basically just had a really good exit, and then we just completely flipped. Yeah, I'm not saying bad PA. Let's see. Let's see what happened here. Someone said bad PA though. Overnight session. Asia. Yeah. London was maybe for low time frame. Wasn't really much to do for me. Wouldn't have been much to do. But yeah, yesterday, large expansion off of the weekly open after the flush, which we caught on stream yesterday. No, it's not that he's a legendary trader. I don't think that's what he's saying. I think you guys just have different approaches. One man's bad PAs, another man's gold mine. I'm sure there's lots of PA conditions that are really good for me and not so good for others, and vice versa. Point is, it's pointless to argue with a whole other person with a whole other model, whether PA is good or not. Doesn't mean anything. The moment I'm not seeing anything too spectacular. So at the moment, we've got this Thursday high SMT with ES. As you can see, that has allowed ES to trade back inside of its fair value gap. And now NQ is failing to get there, as it has already traded into its fair value gap from Thursday or from Wednesday. We've got that SMT, that divergence kind of lingering there. Don't have any 4-hour swings prepped. ES is creating a 4-hour swing though after sweeping the 10 o'clock high. Don't have any sort of breaker prepped until we get below Asia low. On the hourly, on the 15-minute, much of the same. Closing below this swing low would kind of give you your 50-minute breaker, but it's not most ideal. I think bullish is probably going to be the play today. If I were to guess. We have a 5-minute bearish breaker. That we do. That we do. Right here. I'm definitely not TA wise. I'm good, but as soon as the first loss comes around the corner, I need to watch out. Any advice on that? Watch out. Why? Because you get. Do you start to revenge trade or overtrade or what, Cage? Welcome, Alvin. Thank you for hopping in. Welcome in. What's the indicator that I use for SMTs? It is. I can tell you. It's a paid indicator, by the way. SMT for time-based sessions. This highlighted fella right here. I do suppose that this is a little mini 15-minute breaker here, right? I didn't even notice that. Swing high, low, higher high. Closing below this 715 low. Gives you your 50-minute breaker. After sweeping London high. I could see us getting to London low pretty easily, to be honest. It's just a matter of if it's actually going to retrace and give an opportunity. It might just continue to drop, especially if we create this breaker on this candle. Yeah, Trader Cage, I would still say, you're still listening. I would say if you're struggling to maintain composure after a loss, then there's no quick fix for that. You really just have to submit to your edge. Because if one loss fucks you off and throws off your whole tempo and your whole composure, then it means deep down that you still don't really trust your edge. You don't trust the long-term edge to play out, and that for these losses to get rounded out by your wins, and for your expectancy to remain positive, right? So it's really just a matter of trusting it. Otherwise, you're going to keep meeting that resistance, and you're going to keep on getting, having troubles after taking losses. So I wish there was a quick fix for it. There really isn't. It's just a daily choice that you have to make, right? And I have had this similar experience where I don't like to be wrong. I don't like taking losses. Still don't. I don't know if I ever will enjoy taking losses. That's not the point. Um, the point is that eventually you have to kind of sit down with yourself and say like, okay, like if I don't actually let my edge do its thing and give it a chance, then I'm never going to find out if it works in live market conditions, right? Assuming that you've done the back testing, you've done the work, you've done all of the necessary steps, and you've gone through all the necessary steps in order to take your edge to live market. But if you're letting emotions get in the way of that after taking a loss, which short term results are incredibly random when we're talking long term edges, um, then you have to just kind of admit that you might just be a little bit fearful of submitting control to the edge and releasing control from your ego. That's kind of what happened with me. That's what I can speak to. But there's no light bulb switch. There's no this, that, or the other. It's just daily, showing up daily, making the right choices, reflection, a lot of reflection. And one day you'll just realize, oh, maybe I'm not as bothered anymore by these losses. I'm not as consumed by them. Yeah, yeah, you're welcome. It really is like a lot of the onus is on you. Only so much I can give for advice, and it's more or less just through my experience. Flipping this 1 hour I see. Yeah. Good morning, Mario. Morning, Brad. I'm really eyeing up this London low. I don't think we're short yet. Truthfully, I think look at this high here. I would have wanted to see some sort of strength switch. Given that like ES swept out the Thursday high, I would have liked to see ES form a failure swing and NQ sweep. That would kind of give us that like strength switch, which is kind of a good crack in correlation for us to then get reversal from there. But pull some fibs. -4 rests above Thursday high. This whole ass 50-minute breaker that created this PM low SMT. And its fibs are like way, way up there. But we'll start with Digi. Next year trading, are you into stock investing or long-term S&P holds, etc.? Yep. Yep. I have a I have an investment portfolio as well. It's just in ETFs and Bitcoin. Very simple. Diversified ETFs and Bitcoin. I think it's about 4 holdings total. Majority of which is in an S&P ETF. We don't have we used to have a Discord community. It is now closed. So prior to us being on YouTube live streaming for free, um, we had a Discord community that we managed and that we streamed live in as well. But we have since closed the doors on that and we have switched over to this. So there is no Discord community. we felt as if we were becoming um, Discord traders rather than actual traders, and felt as if we were just a slave to Discord, which we did not want. So this is a lot more. This is a lot more fun, I'll say. Bray and Kane stream, is this the first? Yeah, this is the first in a while. I haven't streamed with Big Kane in a while. It's been a minute. Always fun hanging out with my boy. What is my bread and butter setup? Thing is, JC is like I have so many setups that I like. I think it all changes, right? Like there's weekly kind of flavors where you have like weekly characteristics. And like if I can hammer a really nice weekly characteristic, like if 930 is constantly judicing and we're sweeping session liquidity into a 50-minute breaker, like those are some of my favorite setups. So like I don't have one single favorite setup. Maybe I should go back and look, but they're all very similar in the sense that they have the same framework. Have the same framework. I've never really had a favorite setup. Sounds weird. I know everybody seems everybody has a favorite setup but me. But I would probably say, like off the top of my head, I would probably say um, relative equal highs or lows. Probably 930, 930 Judas. So you'd have your relative equal highs. Just go for a bullish setup up here, and then say you have a 930 Judas lower. Prep a 15-minute breaker. Create SMT with some sort of time-based liquidity, right? Whether it's a previous daily low, a London low, an Asia low, whatever. Create SMT. And then probably prepping a 15-minute breaker, but also having a 1-minute breaker that I can enter off of. And then I can get long down in the 1-minute breaker. And then the 15-minute confirms. And then I can play the 1-minute breaker off of I can play the 15-minute breaker with a 1-minute breaker entry. So I have like a super solid entry, and it's a super high RR play. So it'd be like something like that. Those are usually the most fun because you catch a low time frame entry and you play a higher time frame expansion. Yeah, exactly. The market can be incredibly mechanical in its deliveries. Every week, you'll kind of get a specific profile or a specific characteristic. What's my SMT indicator? It is this guy. SMT, session SMT. Gee, it's better. This one is this has the full title. SMT for time-based sessions by Euphonos. Phonos. You can find it on WAP. It's a paid indicator, just so you know. Nice G on that wealth building journey. You generate your cash flow through your prop trading lab account on NQ. Yep. Yep. So prop firm payouts. Obviously there is a small chunk of money that I get monthly from affiliates just with Tradecopia. I don't have any prop firm codes. It kind of makes no sense for me to have them right now as I stream every week and there's code lab plastered everywhere. So I have one, I think I have TradeZella and TradeCopia are the two. So there's that, and then there's other couple other sources of income as well. Obviously, in addition with my full time income from firefighting. So a few sources of income. What's up, Shams? HM. Best combo today, surgical Bray with Kane. I don't know how surgical I am, but I'll take that as I guess I'll take that as a compliment. We'll see. I'm not feeling too dialed in today. I'd like to see longs, to be honest with you. What do you think? Short from London high sweep, yes, sweeping before targeting China and liquidity in London, though. I think it's a solid setup. I don't think I would be. I don't think I would have been in it unless we had prepped this, unless we'd confirmed this 15 and gotten a retracement into it. Then it would have made sense for me to trade it. But I'm not. I wouldn't have wanted to get in on the 5 or the 1 or anything. But it did look pretty good. I can't lie. I would have liked to see NQ sweep out more liquidity as opposed to forming another failure swing on the high of day. Because ES already swept its liquidity. So I would have liked to see NQ maybe sweep this and then ES fail. NQ sweep ES fail. And you kind of had that strength switch. But it looks nice. I won't lie, it looks nice. Wanted to short the M1 Sisti from the M5, but apparently it had other plans. Yeah, that's a thing. Um, sometimes Brad, when you get there, I know you're looking at this CSD here. Sometimes, however, when you've got wicks kind of in the way over here, this is just kind of on like balanced price ranges. Sometimes when you have wicks over on this left side, right? This is right buying or selling and buying. So it's kind of like a balanced price range. So once you close through that level, you don't need to get all the way back up to the CISD. You just need to tap the wicks and go. That's where you'll often see. Do you guys know what like like institutional order flow entry drill or IOFED is called? Do you know about those? It's when you have a very shallow tap into a fair value gap, as you could see by the 815 and 816 candles. Yeah. That's because there's wicks on the left side and it's just a balanced price range that it just quickly taps and then goes. So that's kind of what you experience there. But it's not always going to do that, of course. The market isn't completely 100% predictable in that manner. It's just that's usually the cause of it missing it. Took the short 4 hour sweep, but closed early as scared it might reverse, bagged a 60 handle. How can I fight this urge? Stop watching your P&L, I would say. It's going to be your best bet, Shams. Trade the chart, not your P&L. If you traded the 4 hour sweep and you were short from even this 5 minute, like we've printed nothing but down closed candles the entire way. We've printed nothing for you to concern yourself with as far to be concerned with a reversal, right? If you got in this initial expansion leg, you would have had nothing to worry about. And then if you got in on this expansion leg, you again would have nothing to worry about. There's not a single breaker. There wasn't a single breaker prepped until we had swept out this 805 low, but we just retraced and expanded. So like you need to read the chart a little better and not look at your P&L so much. Your P&L is not any sort of indication of whether you're in trouble or not. It's what's the chart telling you. Because you should be holding this still, in my opinion. That's how you get to that next level of holding your trades and getting higher R to R. Everyone thinks that you get higher RR trades by reducing your stop size. That's true in essence, but in reality, all you're doing if you're moving your stop is reducing your win rate too. So just hold your trades. Holding your trades is the best way to get higher R to R. Learning to hold and learning what, not just holding because, but holding with structure, right? Yes, I am in Canada. Forgotten trader. I've fixed to RR, and yeah, I see it move way past it. Need that mental shift on that fix to be flexible. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with 2RR. Like, if you have 2RR is great. It's a great spot to be in and stay at. Like, you don't need to. I'm not saying you need to grow into higher RR immediately. There's some people that have tried higher RR and they just don't like it, and so they go back to 2. Um, some people just go 1-to-1s. I mean, some people do negative RR. I mean, they can do whatever the hell they want. It has nothing to do with me, right? So I'm not exactly gonna sit here and say like my way is the best way, right? It's all about what your personality is. I don't focus on RR, not really a factor for me being profitable. I trade the same ADR level every day. R to R is a direct reflection of how profitable your model is, though. So you should definitely watch it. Because if you don't know your RR, then you don't know what win rate you need in order to be profitable and have a positive expectancy, right? And vice versa. If you don't know your win rate, you can control everything. that's that's what it means to build an edge. You 100% can make refinements. That's the part of building an edge. You can control win rate, you can control RR, you just have to put in the work and make the proper adjustments. So I don't really agree with that statement. Ray, why did you not take the short? Was not enough confluence? One, it didn't tap my potential entry, and 2, Wasn't even really at the chart at 7:45 to see this either. But yeah, no, it was nice, Anti. Just not my wasn't in. That's all. I'd rather longs today, if I'm so honest. Would your bias switch to shorts here now with the new market structure shift in place, target lower levels for New York? Yeah, I mean you could. At the moment, we have a couple of new breakers prepped. I would like to see us create SMT with this Asia session low. And then go higher from there. So kind of I'd like to see something like that. Use this digital opening price kind of as your reference point. CME launching single stock futures on July 27th. Interesting. Yeah. I'd like to see longs play out somewhere, but at the moment, we don't have any sort of divergence. Really have any sort of divergence that negates or validates a setup. Hi Bray, thanks for yesterday. Low-key helped me a lot. Awesome, Tam. I'm glad. Does your nationality or your profession have a stronger requirement for the mustache? Not really a requirement. It's more or less just I can't, when I'm on shift, I can't have a beard. So I have to be clean shaven. Um, so the mustache is just kind of like all I'm allowed to grow. So yeah. I think that's kind of the reasoning behind why firefighters have mustaches. As far as Canadians, I don't know. Maybe Canadians have more mustaches per capita than other countries. Yeah, last day of June today. Crazy, right? Summer's flying by. Explain your yesterday New York AM session short trade. I remember there was no breaker. And I think you're remembering a different day because there was most definitely a breaker. Um, Short idea yesterday was previous daily high SMT, 9:30 Judas higher, trading up into where's the midnight? Right here. Up into -2, -2.5 standard deviations of the midnight open to low projections. We had the previous daily high SMT, drop down to a low time frame. Here's your breaker. Didn't tap the breaker, but also didn't exactly need to. I was confident in the setup, so I only got half a position on, but I shorted inside of this candle's wick with a stop loss at the high, and I targeted weekly open. I would have liked to get a full position on, but the profit that I got off of it, I still got like, I still got probably like 400 points, 410 points of profit. So happy with that. But yeah, that was a setup from yesterday. Bouncing right off a digital opening price quite nicely. Nothing to do here for me though. Good morning, new here. Do you have indicators for NinjaTrader that you use? Not specifically for NinjaTrader, no. Yeah, how to trade if there was no tap on the breaker. You just get in on a close proximity entry, Parth. That's all you have to do. Like you really just have to make a decision or have some sort of criteria in place for like if we start to expand a ton below your entry point, right? If your entry point is on this breaker and you get a really big expansion through and you get that kind of feeling in your gut, then you just have to make a decision. Like for me, I just allowed myself to buy a starter position or to get into a starter position. And then if we had gotten up into my entry, I would have added. And then I would have been in a full position. Right. So I kind of noticed, I'm like, okay, we're like 150 points, 150 points away at this point where I would enter. If I throw one on, that kind of puts me at half risk. And then if we get any higher up into my actual entry, then I can add another and it will reduce my average and I will be kind of risked very appropriately. So it's kind of just some math that you have to do in your head. Like, okay, like I can see you just pull a quick little measurement, 150, okay, right? The entry is the least important part of a trading model, in my opinion. Granted that you're not entering in a deep fucking discount when you're trying to short, right? Like obviously don't short all the way down here. Like if you missed the move, basically measure the distance from your targeted POI or your targeted draw and the high. If you're entering in the discount, let's reverse that. If you're entering in the lower half, you're kind of late. What if it was Judas swing? I mean, the Judas swing was the move higher. Is there something I can read or watch to understand your method? You can go to my YouTube. You can just tune into my streams and listen and ask questions. That's probably your best method. Um, I have Twitter. I have Instagram. Plenty of opportunities to learn from me. I would say just tune into my streams. Tune into my streams and ask questions. I love getting questions. And if I can't answer your question, then I will find someone who can and I'll get back to you. It's usually how I roll. Bitcoin about to go towards 57K, good place for a long-term buy. Dude, I have Bitcoin going to like 50, like 49K. But yeah, I agree. What's my normal target and stop? Stops always go at highs of breakers. So like yesterday, you targeting lower. Your entry, my entry was right here. My stop loss goes up at this high because this is the invalidation point. I always put my stop at extremes. I'll enter on 1 minute, I'll enter on the 15 minute, I'll enter on the 5 minute. It all depends on context and framework. Do you follow macro times when entering or exiting trades? Not really. Not anymore. Yeah, you're welcome, Parth. Yeah, entry is the easiest part once you have a model in place for sure. It's the easiest and it's like the least important. Your draw and liquidity is more important. You actually your stop loss. Your stop loss is probably the most important component or the most important order that you can put in. Stop loss, take profit. Entry would be Kind of like the least important of the three, in my opinion. What determines a breaker? Breaker has a couple simple components, right? For a bearish breaker, you need to have, obviously, sweep of some sort of liquidity, whether it be short-term highs, session highs, daily highs, whatever. And you need to have a swing high and a swing low prior to the manipulation or prior to the sweep of liquidity. And then inside of this swing high to swing low, you need to have a down close candle of some sort. Vice versa for longs, right? You need to have a swing high or a swing low and a swing high prior to the manipulation. Swing low, swing high prior to the manipulation. And then you need to have an up close candle sandwiched in between. That's really it. And then like whatever confluences you use with your breakers is completely up to you. I like standard deviations, SMT, and liquidity. Those are kind of my three confluences that I'll add. I'll throw in opening prices in there as well. Yeah. What do you think about a continuation short off the 50-minute bearish for value gap that just formed? Could see it. Could definitely see it. Maybe see like 9 o'clock, retrace and expand. Yeah, ES did tap into it. You're right. This is the most confident I've ever felt in my trading. Once you start making independent decisions, there's no better feeling than that. Yeah, I agree, HM. I'm glad that you're feeling super confident, brother. That's awesome. But yeah, for value gap SMT, just confirmed breaker by closing below this low. Potential continuation setup there. It's not my cup of tea. Took it off the 1 minute CISD. Nice, good luck. Good luck. There's a tap into the breaker. Nice, man. Oh, you got a good entry. You're up in that 5 minute breaker. Targeting Asia low. Stuff. You show your trades when you take them. What time do you trade until? Yep. I will show my trades when I take them. What time do I trade until? AM session, we trade until 11. Today I'm on until 10, 10 Eastern. Then Kane will be, I'm 8 to 10, Kane is 9 to 11. No, yes, doesn't. Yeah, you're seeing a little bit of a retracement. Kind of the end of the hourly candle. So I'd probably play 9 a.m. open high, and if we can get a continuation short. Yeah, you're welcome, AK. We have deep retrace before market open. Potentially. I'd like to see us trade a little higher personally, create a swing high on the 15, sweep out that low, tag -2 standard deviation of the 15-minute 715 breaker, create SMT with Asia low, and then buy down here. And then you have that 1 minute, take a 1 minute breaker, get the confirmation of the 50-minute breaker, play those projections. That's kind of what I'm eyeing right now. Oops. Kind of where my head's at. No, I don't put my stop at the breaker. He's on. I put it at the low or the high because the breaker isn't an invalidation point. Trades can still work out and it can trade past the breaker. They're kind of like your second best stop, though, in my opinion. Like there's two types of stops, right? You have if you're going long, you can enter on the breaker with a stop at the low. Or you can enter on the breaker with a stop at the swing low before the manipulation. Not just the breaker candle, but the actual low that got manipulated. Reason why that's a good stop, or that's an okay stop. It's not the best stop, but reason why is because the manipulation has already occurred below that low. So we don't need to sweep it again, right? Instead of putting it at the breaker candle low, put it at the swing low of that kind of breaker swing. When I say breaker swing, I mean this leg. So those are kind of the two best, in my opinion. You don't think Asia low would be taken first? It could, but if it gives me the criteria, like if it gives me the SMT, the breaker, and all that stuff, then I have reason to believe that it's not going to get taken. But if I don't get that criteria, like if we're not, like we're already not really getting it at the moment, then I change, right? My bias changes on the fly. Like my narrative and everything, it changes as the candles print. I don't get so hard headed on one thing. Obviously, I'm not saying like no, Asia Low's not getting taken. But if we get all the criteria that I'm looking for in order to get long, then like I'm gonna say, yeah, there's a high probability that Asia Low doesn't get taken and we print higher instead. Right? Because at the moment, bias is yeah, lower. I get fixed on a bias, which is my main issue. Yeah, it's a common issue, marrying a bias. Because it's so easy, right? Like you did all this work to develop your bias, and then for everything to just like change because of one simple candle and what it did, like it sucks, right? Because you put in all that work to develop that bias. So naturally, you're gonna want to hold on to your work. You're gonna want to hold on to that bias. But as you develop, Nina, you'll yeah, it is. Yeah, it is an ego problem. Once you um the more you develop and the more experience you get, the faster you're going to be able to kind of change, on the fly with different pieces of info. And then you'll be able to make that decision a lot easier to switch. I know you're Canadian, Bray, but that lighting is doing nothing for your 10. Yeah. It's also, I think, the Zoom definitely doesn't, it definitely doesn't relay my camera's quality. I don't know what to do because I have a light above, but I don't want it in my fucking eye the entire time. Right. I do look pasty, don't I? Whatever. Look at the chart. Don't look at me, Sean. Don't look at me. Just an old pasty white boy. Okay, I believe we're gonna have Boss Man Kane jumping on in a couple and see him getting ready. So okay. Yeah, that's a good piece of advice, Ben. No attachments and no expectations. Kind of removes the ego pretty well. So like I would say majority, if not all, kind of problems with your mindset and your psychology all stems back to ego. Ego is responsible for a lot of it. The overtrading, the revenge trading, the anchor, like marrying your bias, everything. Over risking, under risking, they all have to do with ego. So work on your ego. You don't need to read every trading psychology book out there. Psychology is pretty well rounded across the board of different professions, right? It's just an ego problem. Yeah, ego and insecurity. Yeah, insecurity kind of triggers the ego, and then you know what happens from there. You know what happens from there. One of the biggest shifts I ever experienced was not becoming wedded to a bias. Once you can just trade what presents using your models, removes a ton of issues. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I got the mighty headset on. Yeah. What's my opinion about the AI bubble? I'm not the guy to ask. Yeah, and it really only was ever a bubble after it bursts. So I wouldn't waste your time trying to predict when it's going to pop. Just risk accordingly. And if it feels uncomfortable, then don't
Let
bother.
go. Good morning.
What, buddy? How's it going?
Yeah, good. You?
Good, good, good.
There's some beefy headset.
I know. I know. I need to get
Jeez.
just I need to get just a little um Apple headphones like the ones you got. Just the wired
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah. Chat, how are we? Good morning. Cyber, Ed, Ben, Joey. Hmm. Good morning. Loved it as always. Thank you, thank you. Some people fucking hated that actually. Some people were really upset thinking that I was being a cunt to people. I'm not kidding either, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's I haven't watched it, but I've seen clips. It'd be tough to do. Just person after person.
Oh, you could also tell at one point I was like checking out.
Oh yeah.
Not, it wasn't personal to anyone, right? Because honestly, there's not a single person on that day that I disliked. They just, you know, I had conversations with them all before we started, and I just said, like, look, I'm gonna be really blunt with you guys because if you if you were gonna listen, you would already have figured this out because the reality is most of the stuff you've heard before.
Yeah. And if you the thing that you told the one person could probably apply to the 19 that came after that too. Seems everyone's got very similar things deep down. It's all just
They were all the same thing. They all
yeah.
overrushed the market, and yeah. Anyway,
Well,
let's have a look at
what
the
are you
chart.
thinking?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
what are
gonna
you
say,
thinking?
sorry, I was just
You're good.
same old me. What am I thinking right now? Okay, so let's look at NQ. Weekly chart, basically straight up since 6 p.m. open on Sunday. We look at the daily. We went straight up, took out previous day high. We took out previous day high today. And really broke structure. We're basically sitting at that resistance level that previously failed and then failed through. So we're basically getting to play Thursday's level right now. We just took out that 4 hour high, right? Here at 6 o'clock. And if I look at the hourly, we had that hourly swing, the immediate down move and at 8. So for me, I'd want to see a retrace into at least a 30-minute high, short offer there, discount or an hourly high. But right now I'm leaning more bearish than I am bullish. We took out previous day high, we took out 4 hour high, we took out all of that stuff. So yeah, great reaction off the open yesterday. Obviously we went down and then straight up. They really held that level. Um, it was a bit of a risky one because you had that 4 hour high, but I basically played yesterday. I played this 10-15 low and basically longed back to the open. And then it just slowly drifted up all day. And then yeah, overall, I think down. I don't think that they're looking to buy this right now. So yeah, bit of a weird one. Asia low intact, 4 hour logical liquidity target lower. You got daily logical liquidity target lower. I think they could just very much sell this at the open. We'll see. We'll see. Yes. Okay, so ES actually took out the prior 4 hour high and then it did it again. So at um yeah, just at 7 it took it out and then here it didn't take out this high where ES took out that high. 6 o'clock came online, bang. They took out the current high and died. So yeah, very bearish for me right now. They're holding this low, maybe short some 15-minute, 30-minute high. Right now they're basically the same thing. And then play it back into the low, into these lows, Asia low. Midnight, it's above, I believe. No, it's below. It is above. Yeah. So I think there's a lot of areas to short off of like 89s, 100s from there. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
We got new merch, by the way.
We got what now?
We got new merch. We got lab hats, the lab hat, PST on the side. And I also we have lab polos. Can't
Man,
see it.
I didn't even get any of the old merch. That looks clean though.
Yeah, when I say new merch, I mean it's like brand new. That's what I mean. I don't mean it's like the old merch was just a hat and a t-shirt. This is actually like there's actually a full fucking suite of clothes. But yeah, it's nice. It has the lab logo on the back.
Oh, that's clean. I like the
And then there's this random logo that no one really knows what it is on this arm. So yeah,
yeah, that's awesome.
yeah. And it's fucking comfy actually. Not gonna lie. Really comfy. But why did Sean, how do you know that? I'm confused as to how you know that. That's a weird one. Or is it? Maybe I'm like baiting the bait. Anyway,
I have no idea what you mean.
they come in the opposite color, so they're inverse. So it's green here and beige on the bottom. We have a fire fucking raincoat. They're gonna I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The likelihood of us selling them is next to zero. The only way you're gonna be able to win them is either redeeming them for loyalty points on Profile Compare or winning them at giveaways. That's basically the only way you're gonna be able to get it.
How much product do you guys have?
We have a lot coming actually. Okay, I'll tell you the truth. We spent almost 60K on the merch.
Damn.
Yeah.
So like, should I be waiting by the mailbox or should I be
Well,
entering
these are
these
just the
giveaways?
sample. These are just the samples, you know. I had to give out the samples to like wear and tear, figure out the problems,
Yeah.
like figure out the issues. Like one of the hats was not nice. Um, but yeah, little things like that. But yeah, overall, I say I made my friend Ollie and Alex wear it to the expo on Saturday, and yeah, everyone was like, "These are fucking gas."
You know?
The green frame glasses, they're coming. They take a bit longer than the fucking merch, actually. I should probably chase that woman. Glasses. On the 8th of June, they said it's about 5 weeks out. These are the ones I want more than anything. How's it going? Yeah, it's going well, Mohammed. You good? I can test for wear and tear. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. The glasses are taking a bit longer, but we'll get it done. We'll get it done. Yeah. How was the expo? I personally had a pretty good time because I got to see and speak to all of my friends that traveled to London. Brett, Dan from Traderify, AJ, Joel, XY, Elias, like all the people that I've become friends with through prop that work at these prop firms. That most of them attended. I got to meet Trader Sage, the guy that gave me shit on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that guy will ever give me shit on Twitter again. Um, I met Matt Leach. I met Josh from Top Step, who what used to be the Futures Desk. Um, yeah. Now the real question is was the event good for people that aren't me and aren't friends with everyone? Um, I don't think so. That's just the way I feel, right? I don't think that the event was good for majority of people that went to learn something.
Too busy.
Nah, just absolutely no value. Like they didn't. No one got up on stage and talked about their strategy other than Austin FX or Austin Silver, sorry. And again, he just spoke in vague. Like I tried to watch as many as I could. He spoke in vagaries a lot. Like no one really sat down and was like, right, this is how I trade, you know? And when I went to the Max event, actually they did that. They sat down in breakout rooms. This is how I trade. This is what I do. This is, how I get into the market, how I get out of it, how I manage trades, etc., etc., etc. There wasn't there wasn't much of that, you know. But it
Because
was
you got,
and it was also
of all
busy.
people, Austin Silver, that guy. The
Yeah.
guy just fucking virtue signals online all day long.
It was funny. He was like, pe the only people that are complaining are the people that weren't invited to speak. So I responded with my invite to speak, which I declined.
Like, no, bud, you're the bottom of the barrel. Everyone else said no, so we picked you.
Saw live of Expo, Yush and Okada. To be fair, they're the only two that I didn't watch. So my comments are actually not aimed at Okada or Yush's speeches. They're the only two that I missed because I wasn't there when they spoke. I watched MBBs. I watched the CEO roundtable. Um, yeah, I watched most of that. But like the other breakout speeches, they were just bad. I'm just not. I just want to keep it real with you guys. Like, will Prop Fair match come back with a better expo? I hope so. Like, but should they bring in roughly $1 million in revenue across sponsor and people, paying to go to the event and then have no water bottles, you know, no, like there's just, I'm sorry, you can't take six, seven, 800K off of prop firms and then charge people $20 to get in the door. That is literally the definition of milking the industry that you so claim to like, or police, or whatever. It's bollocks.
Would you ever do one with PFC?
Probably not. And if I did, it would be like completely trading focused, like breakout rooms, a structure, people register, attend. There's times to go and view all the stands and all the stuff, and then there's times to do breakouts or whatever.
Mhm.
Because I just think like that's actually where the value is. Okay, it's cool going to see AJ and Joe and LARP at the booths and spin the wheel for some giveaways and stuff like that. But actually, there just needs to be more structure to these events.
Yeah.
Like it's actually chaos to walk around in the hall because everyone is crowding around the Apex and Tradeify booth for free accounts. Yeah, I'd rather do shit like a golf day or a dinner. Actually, I'm not even gonna say what I want to do because if I say it, someone will do it. But I think it would be really cool to do like less like all let's all get together in a hall and talk than actually do more of like a conference style thing.
Mm.
Bro promised a golf day a year ago. That is true. I did, and I'm wrong for that. I will throw a golf day the moment I'm back from Greece. I will arrange it and we will give people a month's notice and we'll arrange it. That sounds fair, right? I will do that. I will actually do that.
When are you back?
I go to Greece on Saturday for a week and then I'm back.
Okay, okay. Do you have another wedding or are you just going for
No, I'm just going on holiday.
funsies?
Yeah.
Nice.
Tommy, I doubt you can even swing a golf club, my boy. Jordan, you will be invited, my friend. I would never throw it, and if I arranged it on a day that you couldn't do, I would rearrange it just for you. True statement, by the way. I would. Jordan, should we try and get it at Woburn? I throw like a society game at Woburn. What part of Greece am I heading to? I'm actually heading to Crete. I'm not sure. I'm not telling you where in Crete because that's a little bit weird. But I'm going to Crete for a week. My dad flies out on Saturday, on Friday, and I fly out on Saturday. Some heavy handicaps playing around Woburn. You actually can't. One of the courses at Woburn, you have to play under 15 to play on it. And I actually think they lowered it recently.
Under 15 handicap to play that course?
Yeah. It's got three of the best courses in the country. Yeah, it's just too narrow, yeah.
Hmm.
It has three courses, and all the three of them are top 100 in the country.
Is Woburn like a town or is it one big country club with multiple courses?
Honestly, bro, the country club is probably bigger than the village it's in. That's how
Oh,
big
okay.
it is.
So
Yeah.
that's its claim then. Yeah, just
Yeah, like all the famous like British golfers, they all live in and around Woburn.
mm.
It's not the best. It's not like the best course in the country. It's just like there are bigger ones in Surrey and Asker, and what have you got? What have you got in fucking Surrey again? We got Wentworth in Virginia Water. I mean, it's the most expensive golf club in the UK. That you actually can't you can't apply to be a member there. You have to be invited, and the membership fee is I think it's 250K a year. It's something silly, like silly money. What's my handicap? Um, I actually don't know. I haven't played in a fucking long time. Yeah, you got the Royal courses as well. Royal Devon's fucking nice, isn't it? Yeah. I'm gonna put you to sleep. Yeah, but to be honest, if I throw a golf day, I'm just gonna go around on the cart and record everyone. We're gonna make content out of it. I'm gonna follow Jordan around and shine a laser in his eye every time he goes to fucking drive.
Yeah, talking his backswing and shit.
Yeah, pretty
You're a
much.
pussy. You're a pussy. You should do like long drive competitions, closest to the pin, longest putt.
Yeah, long drive closest to the pin, and I'm gonna
Pick up
make
a ball.
Jordan. I'm gonna move the fucking pin for Jordan. It's par three, but actually that par three for Jordan is 700 yards.
Yeah, yeah.
Brody didn't even make it on the green. I won't win anything other than best dressed. Fair play.
All right, 10 minutes to the open here. Let's see what we get. We're kind of stuck inside of this 8:30 candle for the past 45 minutes. Either get a pop up at 9:30 for a short opportunity down into Asia, or pop lower, get some Asia low SMT, and then we can run higher too. It's kind of a spot that I want to just wait, see what it wants to do post 9:30. I'm gonna run and use the washroom here before the open. Be right
All right,
back.
brother. I just realized I don't even know why I'm chatting to you. It's not the Tommy chat, bro. Just remember that. Nah, bro, I haven't looked at the market once actually this morning. Yeah, I'm not worried. Don't worry about it. Do you want any trades? Good morning. Nah, Bray's here. He's just gone to the bathroom. I see I hooked up English with well, I can't speak English. I yeah, Alex got his haircut. Crazy, right? I'm actually looking to short. Straight off that low. That could be the long right there. 4 hour low, hourly low, 15-minute low. He'd have to come back all the way down there though.
Hmm. My compare tool's not even working. Weird. Weird.
I've got some questions. Good morning. How can I learn your method? Yeah, you just honestly, bro, you don't feel bad about asking questions here. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with the questions here. 25k accounts worth trading or difficult because of little drawdown? I think they're worth trading if you're budget sensitive. They obviously are smaller on the drawdown side, but I think that if you're gonna blow 1500 bucks over 4k drawdown, I think the percentage of you that go on to lose that account is still pretty high. The ATAS stream, sorry, not stream, data stream is good. Is ATAS web-based, Sean? Also, how much is it? Oh, it's free. Oh no, it's not. It's $25 a month. Oh, they're Russian. Took the 1 minute long break even now. Oh, I've got a doggy. Hello, doggy. Just in time for the open, Zeus. Well, no, you can't lick the mic. No, you can't lick me either. Dog dropped a signal. Short. Left. You hear him? He said short. I heard him. I heard him actually. Trace, you're fired, bro. Get out of here. Okay, we'll let the open just settle a bit. Pretty nice reaction off that low so far. Let Zeus flip the AJ coin. The AJ coin's downstairs. Hit TP at logical liquidity target. There's a goal. It's nice,
Nice.
actually. That 1 minute was no drawdown as well, right? Actually, like to the tick. I just heard Max go, let's go, which means he's long. Yeah, it's nice. That entry's nice. No, no, leave the mic. Leave the mic. Oh, big yawns. Big yawns from the puppy. The dog's name is Zeus. Thank you, mate. Thank you. That's enough. Uh, ES just hit its rebalance price, so 7506. Now seeing a little bit of a pullback. We'll see if they want to take it higher or lower. I'm not set on one thing right now.
Yeah, I've stayed out of that long. There was a couple things I was looking for. I wanted to see some standard deviations get met, or maybe see Asia low SMT. But it was nice. Printed real nice. You would have met your target already if you're trading the standard deviations.
Bro, what do you mean it's not my dog? Yeah, this is my dog. He'll just sit here all day if I let him. Yeah, my dog is not to be confused with Zeusy. They're one is profitable and one is not. And my dog makes money, so he's a baller.
Oh, now we got that Asia low SMT. Why I'm just dumping it.
He had a haircut. Okay, you lot should tell him that you appreciate his haircut. He's reading chat right now. He's tired right now as well. We're fucking flying, boys and girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Trader Maximilian, how was your long from 19s? Past it. Let's go. He's a really good dog, actually. Oh, no, no, you can't. Did you hear that?
Crazy.
Max is barking and now the dog's going, he's getting the dog's attention. Okay, in a minute you're gonna have to leave me because I need to actually trade. Oh, he's a good boy. Go on then, down you go. Wow, we just took out that 4 hour high again. ES struggling. Decoupled. Uh, if ES gets moving here though, NQ's just gonna fly. Wow, it's currently flying.
YM's almost at its. No, it's not almost at its previous daily low, is it? It is. Actually, not really. No. New York AM low. Yeah. Just didn't quite fit what I wanted. I think I maybe form fitted. Too strict. Too strict. That was clean though. Mm. 930 really just blessed.
200 points to the upside. Yeah.
Yeah.
ES struggling. 4 hour hourly high. Daily high is still there.
Yeah.
ES struggling around that daily high mark. It's making me lean a bit more bearish here, and we could get a really good short on NQ.
I would even confirm the 5 right before 932. Yeah, I think this is a miss on my part, to be honest. Just didn't quite fit what I was looking for initially. I wanted to see us get into these standard deviations, and I was looking for the wrong SMT, but really I should have. This was worth a shot. Bouncing off of digital open perfectly. Thursday high. By a tick. Had no retrace, snappy move. Yeah, I was kind of get in at the breaker and you just rip it. It was clean. It was really clean. This is one that I'll have to look back on it and journal. Kind of what was I thinking in the moment to lead me to not take it. I think it was just kind of not being focused. And Zeus was saying short, so I don't fade that.
Yeah, you know what I'm
No, you don't fade that.
saying? He's not wrong. He's just early, I think.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. It's fucking fuck all here, though. Where is my TLM HTF indicator? Why is it not on my chart? Oh, I now have to disable the divergences. Honestly, you could short this, but the likelihood of you just getting stopped out and then it reverses is quite high. So yeah, I'm probably gonna not. I'm really gonna stay out of this right now. Um, we could short one here on the basis that everything sells down in the next 5 minutes, but I could try one. I don't hate the trade. Yo, what the fuck is going on here?
Thoughts on entering right before market open? There's risk of getting tapped out before going to TP. Yeah, there is. Of course, you always run that risk with that increased volatility. But if you have, for me, obviously I didn't take it, but like in hindsight, when you do have, and when I do take trades prior, right before 9:30, it's going to have my liquidity, my SMT, and my breaker prepped prior to 9:30. So I at least have a protected high or low. Um, but it's obviously if you're not comfortable with it and you find that you're taking too many losses, then either have to switch up how you determine invalidation points, or you just wait for 9:30 and play continuations instead if it runs away like this.
I'm going one
Oh,
here because I just think that it could just give us a nice entry and pull back. But the closer we get to 445, that's 445 to 945, the less I'm interested in it. He actually took out that high again. Could be really wrong really fast here, or could be a really good trade.
well, we got the famous Amez in here. Kane, you know me, I am always right. Aim for 29,935. Oh
Oh,
no, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that.
apparently you didn't like him too much.
No, I didn't mean to do that. That was a misclick. I went to go to his profile.
You fucking just muted him for no reason.
No,
Poor,
no, that's my
poor
bad.
MS.
No, to be fair, this guy, whenever I see this guy's name, I immediately want to mute him because this guy trolls his fucking dick off. But
Yeah, I actually think I am just gonna go break even here because it's not showing any signs of settling down. I'll let it prove me right, but I don't feel too confident about it. I'm waiting to see it really sell down, create that swing, basically create 4 hour hourly. And if not, if I'm right, but it's slower, I feel more comfortable having my stop in. And if it comes back up here, I would want to see it go to the high and then replay it. So this divergence looks nice. But we have to see right now. So we went straight up. So the main area for me would be the open high. But if not, I'll let it go. I'm really not attached to this trade to the point that I want it to come back there.
Amez, you don't have any sort of high ground to be disrespectful. So if you keep it up, I'm just gonna mute you, to be honest. I'm not putting up with your bullshit today.
Very angry cat Mez, so you've been told.
Yeah, yeah. Very angry cat. I'll show you.
Meow meow. Exactly, Vincent. Exactly. Okay, we're moving. This is starting to play out pretty nicely here. I'm gonna just take $1,000. Honestly, I'm gonna take $1,000 off the table. It was just one mini. $1,000 for one mini is nice. I'll take that. So
Mez, I'm not complaining, but when the guy that comes in here who threatened to come to my house comes in here and chat shit, I'm probably gonna say something. So
oh, you threatened to go to his house, Mez?
yeah, he's fucking weird, dude.
Why did you do that?
He's a piece of shit. Yeah,
Okay, we can all just stop. It doesn't matter. So
it's all good.
Amez, behave or you go. The end. Been warned now. No, I just have no reason to not believe him. It's not because of. Oh, you're the guy that went on the alt accounts to troll. That's you. Yeah, I did. I would have got stop break even here. Well, Amez, if it's true that you are the person that created all the alt accounts, then that is weird. So, yeah.
Mm,
Okay, well, like I said, if you behave, there's not a problem. If you don't behave, there's a problem. Anyway, single stock futures start trading July 27th. How do you think you would trade those with NQ? Um, okay, so the sizing for single stock futures is a lot less, right? So if you're trading like one mini on NQ, you're going to be trading like 10 minis on the single stocks. So yeah,
this 4 hours closing real nice.
on NQ.
Yeah, so far. Obviously, we have 13 more minutes, but
I'm leaning more bearish considering the ES is really struggling to just get above and hold above the previous day high. They're fighting it.
hmm
So I can pass evals, but I can't seem to get payouts before blowing them. Uh, why don't you watch the Chart Fanatics video or no, the Words of Wisdom roundtable? Because I basically answered that question in detail to someone. I lean bearish, but given half yeah, I'm waiting for 10 a.m. 10 a.m. is gonna play today. I feel it. I feel it in my fingers.
yeah, that would be what I'm waiting for as well before we can do anything else. Yeah, ES really is struggling big time. Hasn't even gotten above its 745 high yet.
Bitcoin is at 58,000 again. It's going lower, boys and girls. It's going lower.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for 49K on Bitcoin. Lower than that.
BTC at 40K. You won't see Zeus anymore if Bitcoin goes to 40K. I'll be selling him to buy Bitcoin.
Dad, wait. No. Stop.
It's not personal. It's just business.
Because I pissed on the grass?
It's exactly what it is, to be honest with you. Good luck, good luck. Yeah, he'll understand. No, I could never get rid of my dog. I'd rather be broke living in a one-bed flat than get rid of my dog. His sister, though, she could probably go. Um, there's no ninja trader indicators for my strategy, at least not that I'm aware of. We got him in January. There we go. That's a nice squeeze. That's exactly the squeeze I want to fade. That seems a little bit news driven. ES jumped what? Uh, I don't want to go to the tick chart. I want to go to the second chart. ES jumped 7 points in a second. I think that actually may be. That might be it, boys. That might be it. This was the might be it. 50 point stop. 200 point TP. Send it all the way back to the open. By the way, I'm not in this trade. I'm just putting it in there, you know. Moving live with Lucid. Hopefully you get a good account. What do you mean you get a good account? If we go back to auto high, it's cooked. Oh, I would just love to see some sell off from here. Be the nice fucking nicest. Oh, it'd be so juice. Oh, we wait for 10 a.m. and we're shorting 10 a.m. No, no, I'm not in the short. No, I wasn't. No. I took my $1,000 so far and I'm on the road again. I'm on the road again.
ES back above that pre-market high. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be short for me.
Oh, Trace. Oh, Trace. How can it be a live account with zero balance? You have zero balance and you have 4.5K drawdown. That's for the 150K. Hmm. How can a live account be zero balance? You spill Pepsi on your desk? It's fucking worst, actually. Are we going to sell down how many points in the next 6 minutes? 100 points. Maybe. You have 50K. That means you get even less. I don't try and predict the swing, no. Like, for example, if I got into this short here, right, and the market just plummets 200 points in a minute, I'm just gonna be sat at 10 a.m. with my Corey in my hand thinking I'm a dick. 2K and I'm good. Well, you get the same amount of drawdown that you had in your eval. That's basically what it is. My session has been disconnected. Long or short? Um, Long the open. So you should be up right now based on that. 250 points. No, I don't know. I'm looking for shorts at 10 right now, most likely. But we kind of have a 4 hour swing off the lows on both of them, so it's very, very, very counter model. So yeah, small size right now. Up 1K on the day. One short in here. And we'll see what happens at 10. Because it's definitely not gonna play out now. And if it does, then today wasn't my day.
Number one thing about the lab, they use light mode, struggle with dark mode and reading charts. Light mode's the way to go. If you're not wrecking your eyes while you're trading, then what are you doing?
It's not wrong. It's not wrong.
Called sacrifice.
I actually don't mind dark mode. I don't think there's a platform out there that does dark mode very well.
I like Leo the Tiger's charts.
Yeah, but
Doing dark.
I can't have those. So
Is he on Sierra?
mostly, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I'm in the West Coast of the US, I'm probably going dark mode, you know. Fuck looking at this chart at fucking 5 a.m., 6 a.m. CFJ, did you get your payout? I've been looking forward to seeing that. Nice. Congrats, my boy. Were you buzzing? He got like I think I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like a 35, 40, 50K payout, somewhere in that region from TPT. If NQ doesn't have a gap, but ES does, would you take the ES trade? Yeah, I can do that sometimes, yeah. So like let's just say like there's a gap here. Bought a load like that's just such a fucking old man thing. I bought a load of tools for reseeding my lawn, but I can fucking get behind it, man. I can just get behind it.
I love that shit.
I love it.
What'd you buy, CFJ? What'd you buy?
Well done, bro. I'm fucking buzzing for you. JCB. Yeah, I'm buzzing. What is the feeling of being a millionaire? It's pretty good. I can't lie. He brought an aerator, a scarifer seed spreader, compost spreader, and a leveling loot. Holy K. Fucking hell. Bro literally bought enough tools to
Went
become a
all out.
gardener.
Bro
If
just
trading
started a landscaping
if
business.
trading doesn't work, landscaping's for you, eh?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Bro should just shave TPT into his lawn. Yeah, boys, let me know if you need your lawns done. All right, bro, I'll let you know. Fucking hell. They're really just gonna bring it back like that. Mother truckers. You took two L's trying to short this shit. You gotta wait, my boy. You got we just gotta chill a little bit.
Shit, that's a bullish close.
Yeah, I'm a shorter.
Straight into a retrace.
My lawn will look like a pool table. You're gonna buy a fuck ton of sand and like sand it and everything. Like the missus is gonna be like, "What the fuck have you done to our lawn?" And in 3 months' time, she's gonna be like, "Lawn looks great." Oh, now the question is, which 30-second do we take? I'm gonna be greedy because I'm already up, and I don't really want to risk more than like one. I can take two here, but we also could take this right here. Um, it's the 1 minute. I'm being a greedy piece of shit. I want to risk like 500 bucks. There you go. I'm in. So I'm risking 500 bucks on this. It is 1.5K, but I'm up 1K. So in my head, I'm risking 500 bucks for the day. Um, if they go higher from here, I'd probably just leave it alone, especially after such a bullish open. Um, yeah, it's just women, isn't it? They don't understand the lawn process. They just don't understand it. So like, you're gonna have your lawn's gonna look like shit for 2 months, and then it's just gonna be the most pristine lawn that every other man in the entire world is jealous of. Small price to pay. Okay, ES took out that high. Divergence is the only thing that can really save us here. Otherwise, yeah, to the tick, stopped. If it starts to accept above here, I'm gonna leave it alone. Take the 500 bucks off L and then move on with my life. If not, and they can bring it back, then I'll still play this. Um, I think we have good downside targets, but the chart just is looking very bullish right now.
Well, I think I'm gonna call it here, Kane.
Don't blame me, brother.
I missed my shot. 9:30. That's due to me just lack of focus. I wasn't really dialed in on that. I should have known better. But now it's
Oh,
just
you're
running
good.
away. I don't want to short it. I would look for continuations maybe in the PM session or something if we can set a high and then retrace into this breaker. I'd play something like that later. But I'm gonna go get my run in before the PM stream. So
All right, bro. Enjoy your run.
thank you very much.
Ciao,
Very
ciao.
much. Good.
Thanks for
Yeah. Of
jumping on.
course, yeah. Good hanging out with you always. Chat with you guys later.
Ciao, bro.
So
We'll see. We'll see what happens here. Bray's such a chill guy. Very chill. He's just a chill guy. They sell it off of here. I'm interested in it. If they how do you overcome addictions? What? Bro, I'm literally addicted to my vape. Why are you asking me that? Taking a hit on my addiction to my nicotine addiction. Is that what you're doing? You wanna make fun of me, Trace? Oh, you drinking you bro, you just need to be hydrated. If you lost it all, what would you do? Poor, it'd be a tough one, isn't it? Probably LARP on the internet and pretend I was profitable. Um, make money from courses. I'm joking, obviously. I don't know what I'd do, to be honest. Obviously, find a way to generate money, whether that's being employed or doing my own thing or, whatever. But sadly, trading, if you don't have money in trading, it's more stressful than it is anything else. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to short this. This would actually be roughly, well, I'd be a little bit shy of my DLL, but yeah, I'm interested in this short. if it closes. Didn't close, not interested. But this would be kind of my last trade because if not, it accepts higher, and I'm chilling. So now we have that situation where ES just played into it, right? If we look over here, and NQ isn't, hasn't closed right now. So right now I would wait for 3 seconds, and then I'm gonna take it. And this will be my last trade. I've been vaping for 25 years. No way out of it. I don't know. I've given up vaping multiple times, and it's the same thing that's always brought me back to it. Stress, or I'm just out with the boys drinking. I'm gonna go break even at this low here. It's the current 15-minute low. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna do anything here. This is the trade. If it hits this, this will be more or less my DLL for the day. So then I would just leave it. How about wait for the M90 bearish SMT at 10:30? The 90-minute chart. That sounds like some Corley theory stuff, my friend. Yeah. I don't know. Kane put some money on England. Also, I could be miserable twice. I'm good. Thank you, though. I could tighten my stop here, but also at the same time, I'm thinking, why the fuck would I do that? Because this is 10 a.m. open. Deviate 10 a.m. Reclaim. Lost the open again. Right. Would I want to see it trade back up here? Probably not. But also, same logic. I kind of want to cover the high. If this doesn't work, would I come back for the next 4 hour candle close? Um, Probably not. If this trade is like, I probably want to look for the rest of the day. I'd probably just go about my life, come back tomorrow. I actually am trading the close today on Trader, so maybe I would look at a trade there, but also at the same time, probably not. Um, so yeah, don't know. We'll see. I kind of want to get risk off on this trade, but it's really holding up here. ES looks like a good trade. Okay, if this takes out this low, I'm gonna go break even. Yeah, it's just on that. I don't want to see this buy back up off this low. They did it earlier. Not interested in it. Okay, point spread. My entry's 4625. My stop loss is 4525. I'm out. I just I don't want it to do what it did earlier and fucking fly through. So I've got another trade in me, but I just didn't want to see it do this and then just fly to the high. Maybe that's a bad decision, but I'm gonna live with that. ES looks really fucking weak and NQ looks super strong up here. So yeah. How do I decide if I'm trading the close? They asked me to fill in when people can't make it, actually. It's not a regular thing. So like for example, I'm not trading next week. So they were like, "Do you want to fill in trade the close on Tuesday?" Because they're the only two times I can really do Tuesdays and Wednesdays for them. So they just asked me to fill in trade the close on Tuesday. Okay, the cover looked pretty bad originally. We flew that we fell down fucking 40 points and now we're rallying off that low. So yeah, we'll see what happens here in 4 minutes. Three losses on my funded, down 500. Took 6 months to pass it. You just got to slow down, my boy. If it took you 6 months to pass your funded, it should probably take you the same amount of time to get your um the habits that got you there are gonna get you back. I could get into this. I like this invalidation. Just straight into this low. We'll see though. Bro, if you ask me one more time about the fucking silver bullet that I'm not interested in asking, I am gonna mute you. The answer is no. I don't know what the silver bullet is, but the answer is no. Isn't it just when nine takes out eight or I don't know. Kane, you've been mogging? What do you mean by mogging? I muted him. Darian and Alex both muted him actually. I look a few years younger with this cap on. Because it's light or what? I think it's just the my skin has got really good in the last 6 months, and it's actually got even better in probably the past 4 weeks. So maybe it's that, boys. And I also just have a bit of a baby face, to be honest. Yeah, dude, time yourself out, brother. Lock yourself out. Come back. The market will always be here, and if you're on tilt, it's kind of doomed, at that point. I'm more interested in this short now because of the 15-minute swing. The only place it makes sense to buy back from is here. So I would just do this, right? But I'm more interested in it. I like the short idea. I just didn't want to see the 5 minute and then rally. 5 minute close the swing, trading up into this 5 minute high. I kind of want to see it fall off of here now. And then we can short some sort of continuation into the low. Something like that. Yeah, I do, yeah. I used the 5 minute a lot. Like I just did, right? We got 15-minute swing. No reason for it to sell down. Takes a new 5 minute high. And now I'm like, okay, I kind of like this idea into this low. Because if it comes down here and then it buys up, then that's great. If not, and slowly just goes lower, then we still have the hour and the 4 hour swings. So at that point, I feel pretty good about it. And then also then we have the 90, then when we have the 30-minute close, and this will be the 30 minute. So right now everything's looking pretty good in the ideas of of shorts, but I just need to price needs to roll. I'm kind of waiting for it to roll. This one was more of some sort of knife catch, catching a knife on the way down. Hence why I went break even so fast. Someone's just sitting on the bid on ES, winding me up. Do I enjoy the eight sleep? I do enjoy it. Like it is really good, right? But in the summer, I will just say this. If your room is hot, the eight sleep can only cool your bed down by 10 degrees. And actually, it needs to be well ventilated because it kicks out heat. You need to clean the dust out and you need to maintain it. Because if you don't do those things, then it's not gonna do. It's like having a fucking mobile air conditioner, basically, but just pumping all the water into your bed instead of the thing. But when I say water into your bed, you can't feel it. It's not like you feel like you're moving around. They're in very, very tiny tubes, keeping you cool. Do I use order flow at all? Um, Sometimes, more often than not. Like when we chop like this, I like to just glance over and look at what the bid and the ask are doing. But that's really it. But someone is quite literally just sitting on the bid on ES. It's kind of doing my nothing. They're just switching. It is valid. I it is valid, yeah. Like this trade here. It is valid. I'm just trying to get more size on, so I'm trying to size for uh this high, not the other highs. No, you don't apologize for asking a good question. This indicator is called TLM HTF candles. These are the time frames I care about. So the hourly, the 4 hour, and the 15 minute. So it's just so I can sit lower time frame and have the higher time frame charts there, so I can just look at the last like three, four candles of the higher time frame. That's basically it. What is this PA? I mean, we have NFP on Friday, right? We have NFP on Friday. We have Wash speaking tomorrow. Um, oh no, we don't have it on Friday. Okay, so we have it next Friday. No, 4th plus 7 is the 10th. So when are they going to do it? Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? What day is it today? 30th? My bad. I'm looking. I'm actually just looking. So tomorrow's Tuesday. They don't have it on Friday. They have it on July 2nd, which is Thursday. Yeah, my bad. Sorry, I thought it was Monday. Fucking hell. Okay, they took out that high. So now we basically just chill. We can short it up here if they give it to us. I don't want to see it accept much higher than this, though. If they accept much higher than this, I'll take a $500 L and move on with my day. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, as soon as the dog left, the market maker was done. Yeah, I mean that's why I said I don't want it to accept much higher than this, because at that point it's just a, a trade to the upside. Yes, though, looks like shit. Bring the dog back. No, the dog's downstairs. I think I'll take this one. Again, feels a bit more of a starter position than anything else. We've been taking a 15-minute low, taking 15-minute highs. We gotta wait for a little bit before I can even get into it. We'll see. This is the 1 minute, so if they close below there, I can also take it there. Weekly at 4:15 should smack. Not you changing from bearish to bullish yesterday and then claiming it was bullish all along. I saw you, Mr. Sumo. I saw you. I saw you. Should absolutely die from here. I know what you're gonna say. We held the level, so things change. But just saying. What's my risk on this? 375 bucks. I know. I just saying, I just saw two tweets. It was just completely out of context. I saw a tweet and it was like, yeah, it should absolutely plummet. I was like, oh, he's right, fair enough. And then later on, I saw a bull tweet. I'm like, what's going on? Thought it was bearish. I know you're in and out of the market more often than not. Stop rage baiting. Oh, sorry, sorry. Please don't send the spooks on me, please. Keep them off me. ES suddenly just decides it wants to go higher. Could be cooked. Sumo, that Maven, how was your chat with Sage? Ah, I mean, complete attitude switch up. You know what I'm saying? He seems nice though. I think this is cooked. I really want to lift this stop loss and see what happens, but it's usually like that in person. Yeah. I'm gonna give it some room. I actually want to give it like 30 points of room from my entry. It's kind of where I want to do. I know, bro. I know. I don't want it to. I do not want like serious acceptance above this high, which is why I was this short here. It's not looking too hot. We accept below here, then we're chilling. That's kind of my logical thought process here. Yeah. The expo was, like I said, I put on Twitter, the expo lacked value for like a lot, like a good amount of value for the price that the industry paid for it. Prop firms and people paying to attend. But also at the same time, I personally had fun because I am friends with the CEOs of these prop firms and their employees, and I built up, social circles with them to the point that I enjoy going and, kicking it with Brett, Vinny, and Dan from Traderfy and, you know, AJ and the team. So for me, I had a blast. It was fun to go in and to London and see everyone. If I was 19, 20-year-old Kane looking to get involved like into trading and do all these things, holy fucking waste of time. But I also felt that way about the event that I spoke at. So when people are like, you're just bitter because you didn't speak. One, I was invited to speak. Two, I felt about that at the event that I also spoke at. I thought that this event would have learned from that, and they didn't. They're absolutely flying. I think I'm just gonna leave this now, to be honest. To be honest, they bring it straight back. I'll probably just watch it for a bit. Um, so yeah, that was really it from me at the event. That is, but yeah, Max's event had more value. They did breakout rooms for traders, so I thought it was good in that regard. This is the IB failure now. It's a completely fucking different trade. They really just did that. There's zero reason for anyone to go to these events. Not zero reason for anyone, but like I think for the majority of the average platform trader looking to learn something to improve their trading, these events are mega useless. And actually, 60% of the event is people going for free accounts to socialize with CEOs and do whatever. Cool, great. The minority of the event is people going to learn. Not so great. That, like I said, pointless. But again, the profile match event CEO, which is the worst job title in the fucking world, by the way. The prop firm expo CEO. You're the CEO of an event. Um, he's young. He'll learn from it. He took offense to my tweet instead of just being like, you know what, warranted. We'll get more traders at the next one that are going to teach and talk. It's whatever. Influencers meeting with their paymasters, then it probably is, but not for the trader. Yeah. Why trade against the market? Um, this is just the way I trade. Bro, as of right now, there's only one firm doing a July 4th promo. That will probably change, but there's really not a lot on. And normally they launch them now, like today, because they want you to buy accounts going into 4th of July, because 4th of July is a bank holiday. So yeah. Oh, I've just lost the chat. I've lost you. I closed you down, chat, by my mistake. Profile match is better than prop firm compare. Um, I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, aren't you? Um, I brought over the wrong chat now. Ban him, wrong opinion. Which one has the promo? Last month? Um, Personal account wise, up minimal, like 20, 30K. Nothing crazy. Prop, didn't really trade any. I think I blew a couple of TBT evals. That was really it. Kind of just sitting on those funded accounts right now, waiting for a better trade to show up so that I can actually stop cycling them. There is a McLaren up for sale right now, actually. A nice one as well. There you go. This would have been the last trade, but Sorry, that would have been the trade if it wasn't for the last trade of the day. The new Brabus, the new one they made, Fox. Rumo is short from 423. Let's go, Rumo. I'm rooting for you, brother. Yeah, the new Brabus is fucking nice, but honestly, there are not going to be a lot of them made. 1.4 million they want for it. It's a lot of fucking bread. And you can get a lot of car for 1.4 million, you know. It is, however, really fucking nice. And if I had $1.4 million laying around, I would order one. I do not have $1.4 million just laying around. What do you mean you don't? I don't want to be dropping $1.4 million on a car. To have coffee and trade, do you think most people can actually do that? What, to have coffee and trade? What car holds or increase their value? Did I full port my funded accounts? No, I haven't got any. I literally don't have a single trade on. I seem nervous. No, I don't. Literally don't have anything open. I'm actually just reading TGR's tweet about him. Or sorry, the tweet about TGR nuking his own beta coin to zero to pump Ansem. That's what I was reading. It's up 30 million market cap on the news while all the beta creator coins is nuked to zero. Oh, on Twitter, I've got Twitter open on this screen. On this screen, though, I'm watching NQ just run without me, which is a little bit sad, but I mean, drinking while trading. Do I think people can drink coffee and trade? Yeah, of course. So what? Such a silly question. Um, we're driving a $1.4 million car. Honestly, feel bad of how expensive versus enjoying it. Yeah, but it's basically just an Aston Martin with a bunch of fucking custom carbon over the top of it and a souped up engine. Coffee or drinks on a first date? Where are you taking me? Johnny. Johnny Cash. What do I think of Romeo and CRT? Ah, you can look on my Twitter. There's a me and Romeo. I've got into it enough times. Okay, you know you trade the same thing, right? Um, yeah, but I don't claim that I made it up the way that I trade. You know? I also don't claim to be a doctor. If you love Romeo, like, bro, I'm not gonna try and turn you off of him, you know? But you asked me what I thought. It's like asking a straight man if he fancies a man, you know? And you being gay and being offended that he says no. Have I seen JJ Simons? Is this young kid that got the Tradeify payout that got denied? Or what is it? Or not the payout denied, the thing. Um, I have. I was actually with Vinny when he responded to him. Vinny responded to him saying that he'd taken 175K in payouts and he shouldn't be upset about it, considering most people don't make it past 100K. He's a quant. Fairs. He's gonna grow up to be very rich, I imagine. There's a high demand for quants in the world, especially good ones. Ex quant, isn't he like 21? How the fuck can he be an ex quant at 21? 1.5 million in payouts? No, it's not Romeo. We're not talking about Romeo. I will happily buy the lease on Big Ben though. I didn't watch his pod. JJ Simons, yeah. I didn't watch his pod. Interesting fact is if Simons is his surname, that's a massive coincidence. Yeah, I don't know enough about him. I haven't watched the podcast. I don't want to sit here and give my opinion on something I literally know nothing about. I will say him complaining about getting moved to live with Traderfy was probably one of the lowest IQ moves I've seen from a human being, especially after being paid out 175K. What was his valid complaint? I didn't even see that. I was just with Vinny when we complained about it. Yeah, you got to break even now for sure. For sure. He was upset because he got rugged 50K. Um, what? Because he had a large balance that didn't get moved to live. I think if you're not aware, the Traderfies live program is the drawdown of your account and you get 5 accounts, you have a reading problem because it's been publicized many times by many people. In fact, so publicized that all the other firms adopted that approach. Do you only support crypto? No, I sold all my Bitcoin for break even, which was fucking atrocious because I bought it at 63, round tripped it from 80 to 63 in a bit, sold it, and now it's 58. So it's a small W. I'm not in drawdown on it, but yeah, silly. Should have probably got out of that weekly high at 8K. Yeah, for real. For real, lols. But yeah, I'll watch the JJ Simons podcast. But Kane, let me drive the McLaren. Nah. There's one for sale right now. Which you want to see it? Oh, I haven't messaged about it or anything yet, but let's have a look. Am I in a trade? I'm not in a trade, no. Someone asked me if I'm in a trade. McLaren 765 LT. Honestly, though, I feel like this car is kind of made for me. Yeah. Have I caught much of the what? Sorry. Yeah, I agree, Sumo. From what I saw about JJ, he seems to understand the whole sim farming thing. Do I like the W1? Again, not in the market to spend $1 million on a car, but I think it's a really fucking nice car. Can you be passenger princess? Sure, if you want, Trace. Watch how we move up now. Yeah. I mean, it's a good place to get break even. 4 hour high, 4 hour high, hourly high. If it holds here, goes up and then loses again, it'll be great. Yeah, visit London to be passenger princess. Okay, brother. New high of day. Older FG shouts, scalpers gain the most amount of money from the market. How much is the green McLaren? I don't know, let's have a look. It's about the market of them right now. I think it's. It is currently listed for the cheap price of £399,995. Yeah, 765 LT, Andy. I'll show you. I'll show you a photo of it. This one right here. Oh, it's 400K. It's a lot of money to spend on a car that I'm gonna drive, a couple of hundred miles a year. The color is officially, let me look, because I wanted the serpentine green, but I didn't. The color is it's green, obviously, but what is the actual color? Metallic green. It's actually what they call it. Oh, the JJ guy deleted his tweet. I can't even find it anymore. It's JJ Simon. Well, fuck me. 10:30 was the play today. We live and we learn, chat. I don't know anything about him. I mean, if his surname is Simons, it's just funny, but I don't know what his surname actually is. I will say this, right? I will never, ever, ever understand how someone is making $1.5 million from prop firms, yet is uploading to YouTube every 3 days to be famous. If I was a quant and I had really good math skill, I would be locking in on becoming a quant, not a fucking influencer. Bro, listen, if I'm a quant and I have a way to, yeah, like, listen, even if I'm not a quant and I'm making good money from trading, which by the way, I do, I am not gonna sell my soul on the fucking on YouTube. Sorry, but that's a fucking miserable game. I'm telling you now, it's fucking miserable. Like, put it into context, right? No, like no offense to everyone that does this, but in the way between the Apex payout and Kyle's payout, I personally never uploaded a video about my payout, not once. I did a podcast with Riz and went the fuck on holiday. That was it. I never once uploaded a video saying how I could make the best rage bait the video ever. How I turned $3,500 into 2.2 million. And by the way, it's a fake title, but the statement is real. I didn't do it because it's just like I don't need to do it. What the fuck am I gonna do? He talks about why he's not working as a quant on the podcast. He made $1.5 million dollars. If you are a good quant, you can go to Jane Street and get paid 10 times that. The basket of tax write-off influencers is huge. Maybe in the US, not in the UK. It's fucking dog shit. But even then, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna do that. Do you know how many times my accountant's told me, just record a video, upload it to YouTube, and you can write off your holiday? Nah, I'm good. Fucking hell, that sounds like an absolute disaster. Well, I'm gonna stress about what I'm gonna say on camera to, tens of thousands of people. Nah, I'd rather just pay full price for my holiday, mate. Thank you. If I can go if I go on holiday, record a YouTube video, and make a fucking make it I can make it a business expense. I don't know. Bearish on the industry, bullish on trading. The end. No, Gable. I took a short here, made money. I think I took another short somewhere in here, got stopped out for overall minus $500 on the day because I was up 1K. I had like a 1.5K stop, so down. And then I took another stop out for like no, it's $400 at 20 points, and I increased it to 30. So it'd be like another $600. So I'm down like 1.1K on the day. But this was actually, I was like, when they spiked this, I was like, yeah, they can have it. Thank you. I'll leave it. And it's just done the exact same fucking thing that they did twice last week. Right, boys, I got a bounce. I actually have a call that I literally didn't realize I'm supposed to be on. Um, appreciate you all. It is what it is. Saw the shorts gone for 10 minutes and you had framed. Yeah, nah, it is what it is. On to the next. I'll be on Ninja Live later. I won't be trading, and if I'm trading, it'll be evals. I have no ambition to put real money into the market. So I'll be trading evals. And then after that, I'll be back tomorrow on InTrader. I'll be here Thursday and Friday, and then I'm away on Saturday. I go to Greece for a week, so you won't see me at all next week. I appreciate every single one of you. Like and subscribe. If you buy a Profit Compound account, use code LAB from Profit Compare. That's it. Thank you guys. Much love. Appreciate it.